What if the person you treated like a backup turned out to be your last chance at real love? My name is Jenna, I'm 24, and if there were awards for self-sabotage, I'd have a whole shelf of them by now. 2 years ago I was that girl, fresh out of college, cocktail bar job downtown, full of attitude, and convinced I had the world wrapped around my little finger. That illusion shattered piece by piece, and it all started with one man. Ethan. Not flashy, not wild, not the kind of guy who made your heart race with danger, but the kind who made you feel safe. He worked in logistics for a local contracting firm. Steady income, clean apartment, same car for the past 5 years, and it ran smoother than most of my relationships. My friends adored him. They said, "Jenna, he's the real deal." And for a while I bought into it. We dated for 8 months, and Ethan treated me better than anyone ever had. Flowers on random Thursdays. Dinner dates that weren't just Netflix and takeout. Thoughtful texts. Plans for the future. A man who actually remembered what I said. But instead of feeling lucky, I started feeling caged. I was 22. I wasn't ready to be someone's everything. I wanted fun, messiness, mystery. Those intoxicating highs you get from chasing the wrong people. So I left him. I told Ethan I needed space. That I was finding myself. The truth. I wanted the thrill of dating other people without carrying the weight of his love. He cried, actually cried, and told me he'd wait. That he believed we were meant to be. I rolled my eyes and walked out of his apartment feeling free. At first, single life was exactly what I'd wanted. Hookups, band guys, nights that blurred into mornings. I was reckless, wild, and completely in control, or so I thought. But reality crept in by winter. My party friends paired off. The band guy turned out to be juggling 3 girls. The bartender still lived with his mom and thought ambition was a scam. Meanwhile, I started remembering the way Ethan used to tuck a blanket around me when I fell asleep on his couch. The way he made me tea when I had a cold. The way he never once made me feel like I was too much. Still, pride is a powerful drug. I convinced myself I was just lonely. That I needed to find someone better. Not go crawling back to the man I threw away. But 6 months later I caved. 1 glass of wine too many at dinner with my friend Mia, and I sent Ethan a text. "I've been thinking about you. How are you?" He replied 5 minutes later. We met for coffee, and just like that I was back in his orbit. He'd taken my criticisms to heart, worked on himself, got more social, picked up new hobbies. Meanwhile, I'd just been bouncing from bad decision to worse. So when he said he still cared about me and wanted another shot, I said yes. He was better the second time around. More spontaneous, confident, loving. And for a few months, I convinced myself I was finally ready. But the truth is, I wasn't. Soon enough, I started pulling away again. Finding excuses to be out late. Dodging conversations about moving in together. Ethan noticed, of course. He always noticed. And finally, after a fight over how emotionally distant I'd become, I ended it, again. I told him I couldn't love him the way he loved me. That I needed someone who challenged me more. But I was lying. There was someone else. Logan. A server from this sleek downtown bistro who oozed charm and chaos. Motorcycles, tattoos, devil-may-care swagger. Everything Ethan wasn't. He made me feel like a character in a movie, not just some guy's girlfriend. At first, it was just conversations during our overlapping shifts. Then it turned into drinks. Then kisses. Then lies. And when Logan told me he wanted to be with me for real, I didn't even flinch. I cut Ethan loose for good. And this time I told him the truth. There's someone else. He broke. Not like before. Not with tears. With silence. With finality. He told me I'd regret this. That I was chasing fireworks while destroying something real. He blocked me. Erased me. And I told myself that was fine because Logan was my true match. Except Logan wasn't. The intensity that felt like passion turned toxic fast. He was possessive. Controlling. He'd blow up if a male customer so much as complimented me. Then ghost me for days and pretend like nothing happened. He couldn't hold a job. Always needed money. always blamed others for his failures. And I kept covering for him, at work, with friends, even in my own mind. Because I didn't want to admit I'd gambled my heart on a fraud. By month 8, Logan was cheating with a younger girl at his restaurant. He didn't deny it. He laughed when I cried, said I was too clingy anyway. He dumped me in public like I was trash. I was devastated. I spiraled. Worked double shifts. Avoided friends. Scrolled through Ethan's socials late at night, hoping for crumbs. Instead, I found a full feast of happiness. Ethan was dating Maya, a soft-eyed kindergarten teacher with this effortless glow. Hiking pics, farmers market dates, cute selfies of the two of them cooking dinner together. He looked peaceful, like someone who'd finally been seen for who he was. And for the first time I saw it too. All the things I'd found boring were actually what made Ethan irreplaceable. The consistency, patience, the unconditional love. Maya didn't just tolerate those things, she celebrated them. She wasn't trying to change him. She was matching his energy. I called him, hoping to explain how much I'd changed. Hoping he'd still have space in his heart for me. But Ethan was cold. Kind but cold. He told me he wished me well. That he had no interest in reopening old wounds. That he'd finally learned how to love someone who actually loved him back. I've tried to move on since. Dated other guys. But none of them have been Ethan. None of them have made me feel safe or whole or loved the way he did. So here I am 2 years later, wiping down a sticky bar counter at 2:15 a.m., watching couples laugh and lean into each other, while I replay my own greatest mistake like it's stuck on loop in my head. I thought I needed sparks and thrill and the chase. But what I really needed was the man I walked away from 3 times. And he's never coming back.